You're now listening to Just Sex Talk. Now let's get to talking.
We get a few more minutes.
Okay.
I want to hear some interesting stories.
I forgot my adrenaline is so high right now. I'm like shaking. It must be all the electricity.
the buzz in the podcast, the buzz in my monitor gives me trauma. Yeah.
Oh.
Funny, I'm like, bring it on.
Yeah, you're the trooper.
So, any interesting stories that you can share?
All right, let's see. Something to protect the innocent.
Make sure you use all the proper names.
Yeah, no. See, I'm horrible with names, so it's always safe that I'm good with everybody's stories because I can't ever remember the names. So I just make them up as I go.
His name until you've been friends with me like 5 years.
Yeah. We let's see, an interesting story.
Ashley.
Yeah.
So I'll tell an interesting story on me when I called red on my own scene.
Okay.
Does that mean no?
I was stopping. That's
Red
what makes it worse.
red means no, sir.
That means all stop.
That means
That's
stop.
a no, sir.
That is a
That's it.
big time stop. Okay.
So it was actually with my slave at the time that I have an associate's degree in electronics, so I don't like being shocked. Like the whole licking the 9-volt battery, not a big fan of. The hot wire fences, grew up with them, like don't want to do that.
Yeah, same.
Part of the reason why I designed the electric flogger was so that when I'm holding it, I don't feel anything because I don't want to be shocked. But anyway, bought a wand, one of my first wands. My slave and I were playing with it, and if you've ever looked up anything about the wands, one of the infamous pictures is always seeing the electric arc between used to be part of the big advertisement. So I wanted to get that picture. So went into my playroom at the time that had no windows on it and was sitting there playing with it. And my slave did not like electricity, but she was going to suffer through until I had this
Picture,
at least in my head. I wasn't trying to catch it on camera. I was just trying to at least see it. So we're playing with all the different attachments, and I'm playing with the wand all up and down.
Yeah, Photoshop now. You use Photoshop.
Oh, now, yeah. But this was about 2 decades ago. So I had a body contact on, which is the one I bought at the time. It was just a ring that went around my arm. And so it made me conductive so I could touch them, and it would shock to me. But the ring didn't fit right, and so every time I moved my arm, it was shocking me, and I didn't like that. So I had to just hold my hand here. So I had my left hand pulled to my chest, and she's sitting there in the dark, and got it in the dark, trying to find her, and I finally got it. I finally got that one picture after her screaming.
With red dots all over her house?
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, she's squirming and giggling all over the place, and I just couldn't hold. So I finally got the picture, and I was like, all right, good to go. And then, complete black, no powers on. I didn't bother to turn off the wand, so I just reached up to go turn on the light switch.
Oh,
so I sit right
God.
next to the wall. So if you know anything about electricity or any aspect that goes in that the electric outlet boxes on it are earth grounded. The screw that goes in there is connected typically to the metal boxes, which is connected to earth grounds. So I am now positive, because I have the body contact on me, and when I'm touching you wearing rubber shoes on carpet and things like that all affects how grounded you are. But that screw that was on the outlet was not.
Oh, fine.
So I slid my hand up the wall. I hit that screw. She saw an arc go across. I yelled out, "This!" Red, chunked it off, opened up the door, turned on the light, looked at her, said, "You're in for your own aftercare. I'm out."
God.
So,
You look like Albert Einstein.
well, she had when the light came on, she had a laugh on her face because she heard me jump. And then as soon as she saw my face, that laugh went away and it was done.
She turned around. She's like, "Oh."
Yeah. Yeah, I was literally, I'm done.
Yeah, so we have the violet wand and stuff, my wife and I, and we were in a Hito when we do the amazing sex toy party, and so it was one of the toys we brought, but we were just playing around with each other in our room. We were drunk, and we were touching on each other's privates. I was touching on her, she was touching on my balls. I was like, woohoo, all that shit. And then I was like touching on her, but while she was touching on my balls, she got wet, so she was a little wet. And it was like, in a big ass spark.
Oh, my God.
So she like fucking like spark flew, then she flew back on the fan.
Did she get a bald spot right there?
I was like, whew. It was interesting.
Yeah, I think some of the best and interesting stories that I've seen or been witness to usually try to make the best of the light ones, the comical ones. Yeah. I mean, there's been the mishaps and the misunderstandings.
You
and
touch
stuff.
your butthole with it. It's like,
oh no.
But I mean, I've done some
shit
pretty
everywhere.
I've done some pretty extreme ones that I always think that those are some of the best stories. I remember I did a bondage shoot where we hogtied the bottom and we chunked her in a pool. It was all for the photo shoot. So one of our friends stands like 7 foot tall, just a huge guy. I mean, all around, just a huge guy, and she was a little bitty petite thing. So the picture started off where she's hogtied, so her feet and her hands are tied behind her back, and she's like a basket. So he's got a hold of her through the rope between her hands and feet, and he just picks her up and throws her. So she's...
Did she make it in the pool?
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
okay. I
didn't
thought
make
we
it
were-
in the pool. Didn't really help the situation because she's still hogtied
Yeah.
falling in a pool. So we had, underwater photography. We catch it in there now. There's all the backdrops. We did everything safe on it. I was actually safety swimmer coming in there and pick her up. But you got a picture of her flying through the air and hitting the water,
That's
just
kinda
completely
cool.
hogtied. And that was pretty cool. Did a suspension with dental floss before. That was pretty cool.
I seen some videos where they put the hooks in your back and
Yeah.
hang you from the ceiling. That's kind of cool.
They used to do that now with the nines.
Which is funny because I don't want to be electrocuted, but stab some needles through my back and hang me from the ceiling. That doesn't make any
that again.
Oh,
That's
no,
very
that's
the euphoric on that. A lot of people do that, and it's
because I'm more
outside
of a I feel like it kind of makes
I
sense.
just wanna
'Cause
be-
I would prefer piercings over tattoos.
I supposed to be hung from my balls, like wrapped around my balls, and I'm just hanging there.
We make
Just
ball
kidding, I don't.
stretchers. You
Yeah.
get on there to hang them down. I think the biggest ones I used to make were about 20 pounds. So they would cinch up right around your balls and then have 20 pounds of lead shot that you're pulling down on.
Let's go stretch your balls, Chris. Let's see how much you can handle.
We do also stock ball tensioners. They're actually big metal rings on it that have magnet clips on them, so they squeeze your balls and put the weight on it.
feel like I have
And they have two eyelets off the side, so you can continue to put more weight on that.
Or electrical to it.
I mean, yeah, if you want to.
Pull the muscle in my
I mean, it depends on where you want to go with it. I actually did at Hito one of the last times that I was there in 19 before COVID hit. Kate Max and we did an underwater bondage shoot. So we went out with the dive suits out there and actually did shibari at about 40 feet under, doing a tie on her and scuba gear. That
You
was,
do shibari, you do rope tying as well?
That's interesting.
Well, we're going to Hito March, January, or February 28th.
End of
to March
February,
6th.
yeah.
You should come with us.
yeah, well, definitely let me know about it.
I want to go to Hito now.
I used to host at Hito for a couple groups. Used to go 3 to 4 times a year, and before COVID kicked off, we was contracting you in to go up to 10 years or 10 times a year.
What groups did you go with? Or
YSW was the biggest one we had going on, and we had a contract in, but after COVID
Yeah,
hit, it all killed everything. The new management came in, and everything just didn't get renewed on it.
we go down with Tom's trips, so it's easier to support a little travel agent and try to book your own.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with all the chargebacks, all the scheduling.
Yeah.
Just,
It can get festive, but I mean, we had a lot of fun. Hito was a great trip, and it's a lot of this stuff is taking it, getting away with it in the vanilla settings.
yeah.
So I've actually gone down to Cancun and we've done suspensions, especially when you do rope. You can do that very artistically. Rope can go from sadistic to artistic depending on which direction you want on
I
it.
just
So,
take the
I think
time.
rope
It
is
takes
cool.
forever. Like just look.
Can. Like,
What, the rope tying?
Yeah.
doing.
I want to do rope tie. I think that's cool.
I've never
Yeah.
seen any of it or
The only
done
time
any
I've
of
ever
it.
tried it was when me and my
I
ex
didn't get
tried to do it, and then I was like, "You're not doing it right," and I'm just trying to tie myself up. And so
There's a lot of local groups around here. Rope is a very
they
big
do
thing
one
in Dallas.
Here. They do one here at
They do.
Eden.
Yeah. TRG.
Yeah.
Texas Rope.
A lot of few different groups on that do it. Great places to get started. I don't call myself a rope top because, especially here in Dallas, because
You're a rope
I
bunny?
don't. I know I got rope bunnies.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I do rope. I do tie. I did it for about 10 years, but it's not my biggest type of playing because it can get very tiring on it, and more people are interested in the artistic side of it, and I just don't care to relearn all the ties and everything else again. So I
Can
do.
you do a poop knot?
Poop knot.
What's a poop knot?
I don't know.
Doesn't even know.
I can do a fat leg.
Yeah.
I
Make a
just wanted
difference.
to say something funny.
Yeah, it's so if you ever want to look into rope, it's an easy thing to find around here.
Well, I
I can do a
did
square knot.
some
Hey, can
underwater
we do it?
pictures
We can
for that Hito trip, and that was interesting. So to add the rope to it would be very interesting.
That's actually, I picked up all the gear because we were supposed to go back during COVID, never got back into it. We were going to redo another tie that I was actually, in the tie we did, I just did a waist harness on her. And so she was wearing her BC and everything else, but I actually bought all the equipment. So I'm actually going to separate her from her BC. So she would be anchored to the ground. So we're putting weights on her, tie her off to that, and have her floating, and then actually have her BC floating above her head. So she just has a
BC.
regular,
Cock.
what your scuba tank. So I'm actually going to
Okay,
separate her from her tank and everything else. So she'll just have a regulator down her mouth. That way we can do a Photoshop. We can take out
Take
the
that
regulator
out.
line out.
Yeah.
But it was pretty awesome.
that
I mean,
mouth open.
it was on for a while.
Oh wow!
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we did pretty good on that one. And the ironic part is there was a stingray that actually photobombed it.
Oh,
I didn't
that's
get to see
cool.
it. until the video.
Yeah.
But if you're watching it, I mean, I know where it's at on the timer marker, but it's a huge stingray
Just goes right
that just flies right over the back. And she's right in front of me now. I'm doing the tie. So I had her drop down her gauge so that I could see it. So I can keep watching her gauge and watching her right in front of me. So she has all my attention. You know, she's underwater and I'm tying her up. Yeah. You know, we were 40, 50 feet underwater. There's a regulator involved. So let's play some safety factors. Yeah. You know, I had safety swimmers around. We had everything lined up. So everything was right outside the chute, doing everything we safely could. But she's right here in front of me. So I'm doing the tie. And my hair was kind of just going all over the place. And she kept playing with my hair. And
I thought she was tied up. So she was like,
well, I mean, I was tying her waist at this point in time. So she's over the top, just playing around, having fun. And she started hitting me, you know, tapping me. So, of course, I looked straight up at her and I grabbed her gauge because, you know, making sure we're not having issues. Yeah. So I was like, we got gauge. I look at her. She's blowing bubbles and she's waving at me. So she points and, you know, I realize that she's trying to get my attention to someplace else. And when I look away, I just caught the tail end of it. So it wasn't until the video actually came out that,
you could see
that I actually got to see the stingray.
That's cool.
And it was actually pretty damn cool. So we're right on there at Hito. So it was a rock ledge. It was back behind us, right on top of the sand. And it just flew right down through one of the coves on it.
That's awesome.
Actually, it's pretty damn cool.
So how would someone get into like the BDSM lifestyle? What would you suggest?
First suggestion, reach out to the local community to see what groups you can find. FetLife is a resource. Not the greatest resource, but it is a resource. Usually between friends, you can find somebody that start off. But if you had to experience anything at the first, I would say look into a group that has a common interest or something you're interested in and attend a munch. Munches are typically done at public places, bars, restaurants, outings like that in their public settings. So you can go see people and essentially the vanilla world.
You go out in the public like, hey, we're the weirdos.
You know, weirdest party you want to go on.
Yeah.
But it's a great
alternative.
Most people are scared to come into exploring BDSM just because of the fear of the unknown, and we're talking about extreme stuff. So munches are usually the best place that I recommend for people to go to get their first introduction, meet people, talk to people, start chit-chatting. The groups exist on Facebook and FetLife and Instagram. They're all over the place. Yeah. Just do your research. It's the biggest thing I can tell you.
You can always come out to Infliction Hall.
Yeah, and Infliction Hall.
Say, what about here?
Yeah.
Infliction Hall, if you want to come into any play spaces, I recommend that. But if you're going to come to a play space, if you've never been to one, no matter how you're identifying, I would come with a friend. It just usually helps with the comfort. And most of the groups that host here, that come here in Infliction Hall, usually have munches as well and make for the social gettings. So find the groups that are coming here, go meet them at a munch, hang out with them. I mean, you don't like it, leave. And that's the grand part about it. You're not handcuffed until you're handcuffed.
I'm taking my burger to go.
I mean, I've done enough of these demos. Run through my charity, we used to do what we called a Taste of Temptations. And it was a group set up to where I set up different stations for different demos. So people can come in and try flogging and wax play and rope play, and they could see it, decide if they want to do it, watch other people experience it, but it is to come in for a demo. You're not getting locked into a scene. So just as we did, it would be the same thing, and allowing people to work around the rotation and test stuff out. That's a great place to come in to get a taste for things and to experience it.
Electrocuted. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's making me giggle.
And we got it on video, so it's even best.
It's so good.
So how do if I want to get some floggers or stuff, how do I go?
You can reach out to me on pretty much any social media at MarKus Leather, or you can go to varkandco.com. That's where all my product we buy it at. And if you reach out to me on any social media, I'm going to point you towards Vark anyway. He deals with all the customers. He knows all the custom orders we can do, custom colors and alterations and different projects that go through. So he's the resource to go.
I want a pirate patch.
I've done those. Done quite a few of those. Collars, cuffs, anklets, floggers, paddles, restraints, leashes. Those are most of our standard builds that we do, but I've done everywhere from bondage chairs to electric chairs to...
Oh, I don't know that I would like to be like in a chair, like strapped down with that going on. I don't know if I could handle that.
Well, that's why you have safe words, though.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
so I wasn't there. I could stand up and be like, no, sir. But normally, if you were restricted, you'd have to be like, hey.
True.
Fucking
It's all
Ron
about
Burgundy,
communication.
Don't touch me.
Lime green.
If you're not
Get my
trusting the
colors.
situation and the person that you're in with, then don't be in it.
Yeah.
What about the counseling stuff, the coaching stuff?
Yeah.
So coaching and counseling for this, you can find me at Fox on the Line. on social media. It's still building and growing on
Who's
that.
the fox? Who's the lion?
It's off Aesop's fables of the old story of the fox and the lion, and it's between the wisdom and the authoritarian that comes in. And it was just something that I've always related to, between the fear of the unknown is a lot of the story of what Aesop's fables talks about on the fox and the lion, between those people fearing what they don't know and they don't understand.
Right.
And that was a lot of the principle. So it's based around coaching and counseling for alternative lifestyles.
So where do we go to get a hold of you on that? Just social media?
Social media right now, yeah. The website right now is currently under reconstruction, but it's at foxandlion.com. It's accredited with APA, member of ASEC certifications, and it's based around for all alternative lifestyles. So between the LS, swinging, poly, power exchange, authority exchange, focus a lot of concentration on people coming into alternative lifestyles and trying to help remove the stigma, as well as some people that are interested in exploring this that don't know if they should be.
Right.
And they need a little bit more reassurance of that. I want somebody to degrade me, and I want to be in this. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is there something wrong with this? And it's a line of talking that sometimes yes and sometimes no.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And it's getting to the meat and potatoes of it all. And having that
very
discussion.
excited to have you as a guest.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very
I
much.
We had a
enjoyed
lot of fun.
this
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, the was all of fun. Yeah.
I told you that's what I love.
Yeah,
I
maybe
appreciate it.
another 10 years I'll have you back again.
Hey, I'll take it up.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
I guess that's it, guys. I'm Chris V.
I'm Shanae.
Chris with the cake.
And I'm Cindy.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Ow! Why are you pinching me?
Just Sex Talk is fueled by the haters and recorded live at the Lifestyle Nation studio in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. We hope you enjoyed the show. If not, then this show just isn't for you, and no hard feelings. To experience more shows, go to JustSexTalk.com. And to contact the show, send an email to JustSexTalkPodcast@gmail.com.